So I gotta laugh because Gordon Ramsay has this really weird ass way of making scrambled eggs, which involves stirring and stirring and stirring and
The secret here is the working.
pot and removing from heat, and it takes forever, and I don't really agree with the way he makes them. So I'm going to show you how easy this is to make scrambled eggs. First of all, it's going to take an egg, and I absolutely love farm fresh eggs. I mean, there's nothing better truly than farm fresh eggs, and these actually come from my daughter's farm, Nine Hills Farms, here locally in Port Townsend. So I'm gonna give myself 2 eggs. I'm gonna use a splash of half and half. And I mean literally a splash. A little salt and pepper. And I don't like my pepper too coarsely ground because I don't like peppercorns in my teeth.
We never whisk our eggs before we cook them. It turns the whole thing grainy.
And then I'm going to beat these things until they're combined. Okay, you with me so far? Easy, right? Okay, this next part I do agree with because
I take a couple of knobs of butter.
what we're gonna need is a knob of butter. What is a knob of butter, you ask? Well, I don't know, it's kind of like, you know, yay so much butter. But butter is important even though I'm using a non-stick pan, partly for the flavor. We're gonna let that melt. I'm gonna beat my eggs a little more. And again, I'm using a regular skillet. I'm not using some sort of deep dish pot that we have to stir and take off the heat and all that nonsense.
On with the heat, spatula, and we start stirring.
And I'm doing this real time, so you'll see it doesn't take long. So I'm gonna dump my eggs in. Save this bowl for the dog to lick out. And then I'm gonna let my eggs go in. We're actually going to do the French method, which is kind of like folding the eggs. We're not gonna go ahead and stir them.
And the most important part here now, okay, is breaking up those eggs. As you can see, I'm using the plastic scraper.
So I have to wait for the eggs to set just a tiny bit. See how in the corner they're kind of setting? I've got it medium heat. Easy peasy.
The egg's starting to cook. I'm 60 seconds on. I come off now. I clean down the side of my pan. I whisk it back in.
Okay, so you see how the eggs are starting to set a little? So I'm gonna push the cooked egg aside and let the raw egg kind of come around it. And I've turned down the heat a little bit because I don't want my eggs to cook too quick.
I'm off for 30 seconds. I go back on. I turn the gas down and we whisk.
You see, I'm just kind of pushing it out of the way, letting the liquid stuff fall in. I'm just kind of folding it together. This goes really fast, people. And give it another little bit of a flip just so that the egg can kind of be exposed to the heat. And then comes my favorite element, cheese. Jesus, green. Little cheese. Now I'm gonna fold this in because I want the cheese to melt.
Now to stop them from overcooking, a little touch of creme fraiche.
And I also want that wet stuff to cook just a tiny bit more. I'm not really into raw eggs. And I'm gonna add a little bit more cheese. And I'm gonna turn it to way low. At this point, you could put a lid on it if you wanted. I'm not going to. They are so close to being done. And I like it because the egg is just barely set, but it's not like rock hard. And so this is how I like it. Flip this out so you can see it. And there you go. How long did that take? 2 minutes?
Look at the color of those yolks.
And there we have scrambled eggs for breakfast. Ta-ta-ta-ta.
Look at this. Scrambled egg. There's no waste.
If you wanted to, you could put some herbs on it. I am happy with how this is. Very good. Also very hot. See? So easy. Better than Gordon Ramsay, right?